Hi, my name is Travis Leeah. I'm a pharmacist, and I've been a pharmacist since 1991, which makes me pretty seasoned and experienced. Excited to be a part of this experience with several different panels. One of them is going to be how to integrate compliance procedures into business activities. We're going to talk about how to actually take what the requirements are, what the guidelines are that are written by the feds, and actually putting them into practice, and making sure that that we have facilities that are fully compliant and meet those guidelines. Also, I will be heading a panel on managing state and federal agencies, with 503B outsourcing facilities being managed or under this jurisdiction of the FDA. You've got FDA GMPs that have to be followed, and also you have state requirements. All your states will have certain requirements for licensing and also for compounding, and you have to follow the states and also the federal agencies. Specifically the states, with if you're going to be shipping across state lines and into their states, you have to follow their requirements. So it's quite a job for a company, big and small, to make sure to manage those, so you keep the federal guidelines in place and also all the compliance requirements from the states. I've been in pharmacy, like I said, since 1991, and I've done just about everything in pharmacy. I've done retail pharmacy, I've done hospital, I've done consulting pharmacy. My biggest love is formulations and compounding, especially sterile compounding. I've been running or managing a compounding pharmacy since 1999 till present, and have seen a lot of changes over the years. USP 797 came out in the early 2000s and was very involved in USP 797 and setting up compounding pharmacies to meet those guidelines. And then, as you know, after the tragedy with NECC happened later in 2012 and 2013, the FDA set up, from the DQSA Act that was signed by President Obama, to set up a 503B outsourcing facility. And I was at the time running Unique Pharmaceuticals and had to meet the guidelines, the GMP guidelines for the 503 outsourcing facilities. And then we sold the company to Cuba Pharma, and I stayed on heading compliance and also the pharmacy services with Cuba Pharma, and also been involved in all their drug development and drug formulations. So I've had a good mix of different types of pharmacy practice and have seen a lot. I've been on several state board committees for compounding, sterile compounding regulations, basically taking laws and putting them into writable or usable regulations for the industry. So I'm excited to definitely be a part of these panels, and with Vivian's group, and getting ready to learn a lot myself, explain what I've done in the past, and what we do now to help, keep in regulatory compliance, and to make sure to have the highest amount of quality possible for our patients, which is the ultimate thing while we're doing this, is caring for our patients. So I look forward to talking with everyone and engaging in some awesome programs.